Welcome back! Part 2 of
Lack of Love.
Lack of Love and how to improve it and share more love in the world.
Yes, and give yourself more love, thus giving everyone else more love.
Yes. And I want to apologize because I cut you off earlier.
It's okay.
So, you were saying you were going to give an example about the gym, like what you were in.
So, working in a gym.
No names.
No names.
No gym names.
No
just
gym names.
Gym.
Just working at a facility. Multiple facilities actually.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I had made such an impact, right? And I constantly got comments from people saying like, "Oh my God, thank you! I love that you work here." And there was a time period where I was like, "What is it that I'm doing?" Right? Like I'm grateful that I'm able to impact people in a certain way, but what is it that I'm doing differently than others? And what is it that they're feeling, in my interactions with them? Yeah. And I realized that it was just a simple fact that I was having interactions with them, right? And they weren't, if I was checking a member in any gym that I was working at, I wasn't mindlessly checking them in. Thank you. Yeah. I was acknowledging them, right? I am not yet a person that is good with remembering names. Okay? I don't.
She remembers faces, though.
I could never forget a face. I can never forget a face. If I've seen you before, I know you, but I probably don't know your name. And it's hard because I'm like, God, I don't know who that person is, but I know who they are. So it doesn't even matter if you don't know their name, but you acknowledge them, you check them in, you ask them how they're doing, you have conversation with them, and you need to radiate to them and make them feel as if you care about them. Yeah. But you have to be genuine about that. And when you do that, they feel that. And I mean, I've had people that walk in without even saying hi. I mean, they're the people that you're like, hi. And they look at you like, and they keep walking, actually end up coming in and saying, hey, how are you? Like, how are you doing? Yeah. That is because they are already bitter because they don't know what it's like to have interaction. Yeah. You can train and teach people how to love more and how to receive love more. I mean, many people are either scared of receiving love or scared of giving it.
Well, part of sharing love and positive energy is, it's that saying, what you put out in the universe is what you'll get back. Yeah. So, for example, if you see someone, instead of making a judgment on that person, like, oh my God, like, what are they wearing, right? That's negative energy, right? Totally. And in turn, you also feel like crap, like, because you're thinking that way and it's not nice. Yeah. But if you actually look for something to compliment in that other person, for sure, not only are they going to be like, oh, wow, like, thank you, then that's also going to make you feel good because you helped put a smile or brighten someone's day with a compliment. Absolutely. So that's the effect of positive thinking or putting positive energy out there. That's because now you feel good too. Exactly. Whereas if you're judging someone, you're only going to feel bad yourself as well.
It's negative in both spectrums. Like, it's so true. Everyone wants to feel good about themselves. Like, there's not one human being that's like, no.
I think I want to feel like shit today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, no one does that. No. Everyone wants to feel confident about their bodies, about themselves. So if you go up to a person and you're like, wow, I love your shirt, right? And you're genuine about the fact that you do like it, right? They're gonna be like, oh, wow, well, thank you. I love your shoes. They're gonna find something in you too that they like. And that exchange, that interaction is positive. It's full of love, energy, and good energy. Yes. And there's not enough of that. No. It's unfortunate. Yeah. And I think that it's like, even if you are younger and you're in school, it's like, I remember I didn't think about these things when I was in high school. I wasn't like, how can I show people I love them? You know? It was like, no, I look like this, you look like that, that's your clique, this is mine. And then that carries and follows through when you graduate and when you get older. It's like, no, you work for that company, I work for this company, or I'm, the boss or the manager, and you're like, not, right? I always found it really important to connect with everyone, no matter where they came from, no matter what position they were in. Like, in the gym I was working at in Florida, I mean, and I knew the custodians, I knew the people that would come and clean everything. I mean, like, I talked to them and loved every single person that worked there, every single person that came in and out of the gym, because I want to feel acknowledged and loved. Yeah. So if I want my world to be a world where people acknowledge each other and care about each other and help one another, what do I have to do to make that happen?
You have to be the change you wish to see.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, yes, and that's what he meant by that.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Not just by hoping for it.
It's not, let me speak these things or let me put these quotes out there so other people will change.
Exactly.
It starts with you.
Yeah.
How you effect change is by changing yourself first.
Yes. Absolutely.
You cannot expect other people to change because you want them to change. They are going to change when they're ready to change for themselves.
Absolutely.
Just as you will change when you're ready to change for yourself. Yeah. That's why we are where we are at now, because we made that decision to make that change. Yes. I mean, it wasn't just one day I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to love everyone and I'm going to be happy all the time and only think positive thoughts. Like, exactly. I made a conscious decision however many years ago, 10, I think almost 10 years ago, to start changing the way I think and changing the way I treat people and changing the way I speak about other people. Yeah. There's that other quote. There's a reason we have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Yep.
To listen more and talk less.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important to know that we were once the people that didn't know how to share love or have the love for ourselves. Yes. Right? Like, I remember I was super shy, so I didn't really know how to acknowledge other people and talk to them and say, like, oh, I hope you're doing great. I was just like, no, I don't really want to say those things because I don't know what reaction I'm going to get, right?
Yep.
The reality is you don't know how people are going to treat you.
It's a fear.
It is.
You're afraid of what people are going to think. Yeah.
We would not be making these videos if we cared about what people think, right? And that's why it was such a big step for both of us to do something like this. We want to love each other. We do. We want to care about people. Yes. It's like gnawing at our heart to do. But it's so scary because we don't know how people are going to take us. We feel like we're going to be rejected. Yeah. We feel like people are not going to want to listen to what we have to say. Yeah. When in reality, it doesn't matter because what you have to say is important. It matters. You matter. And when you realize that, when you start being shown and start feeling in your soul that you are important and that you were made and you are living because you are something that contributes to the universe, to this world.
You have a purpose.
Yeah, and you stop doubting your ability and your potential because you know that your purpose is important. And without you, this world would not be the same. Yes. And you have to know that. And I think it's also important for people to know that, to change the world and to know that there is a lack of love and you have the ability to change that. Changing that is not by sitting down and complaining about the lack of love. Yes. Right? Like, we very much know that there is so much turmoil and that there's so much pain going around because there isn't love. Yeah. But we can sit here and watch the news and complain about how it's just because our president sucks, and we can complain about the fact that it's because there's war and because there's just, divide, or because
complaining isn't going to change anything.
It's not going to change anything.
Action is going to change things.
Your action. Yes. How you view these things. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, you complaining about it is just putting more negative energy into the world. Yep. It is. It's not contributing anything positive.
It's not adding to the greater good. Yeah. Like, we talked about that in the not last week, but the week before. Because this is part 2 now.
Oh, that's true. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Your actions, your thoughts should be for the greater good. Complaining, what does complaining do? Nothing. Actually, do you have a solution? Then no need to complain.
Exactly.
Do you not have a solution? Figure one out. Yeah. Like, complaining is not going to change anything.
No, and hurting about things that you don't have control of is a waste of space and time and energy.
Energy, especially.
Yes, if I sit here and I'm like, you know what? I am just tired of the world that we live in. People are hurting. People are dying. People are abusing of one another. They're rejecting each other. I mean, I work in schools and I see people. Okay, I'm gonna write it down this time. I'm gonna have to give you.
We're still working through those technical difficulties.
Patience is a virtue, okay?
Patience is a virtue.
So be patient, please. Oh my gosh. There you go. Okay.
Sorry. Oh my god, my face probably looked like
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for not judging me.
Thank you for loving us unconditionally.
Yes.
I don't even know what I was going to say. What was I saying?
I don't know, and I'm sorry that
It's okay.
you got interrupted.
Long story short, you know that there are problems in the world. You know that there is judgment. You know that there's rejection and abandonment. You know that there's violence. You know that there are really cruel things happening in the world. And if you know that, and you know that what will contribute to making it a better place is to act on being better, right? You are the change that you wish to see in the world. You have the power and the potential to benefit the people around you, your community, right? By making videos and impacting more people, or, you know, by speaking kindly to others, by thinking kindly about yourself.
Thinking kindly is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Especially about yourself. It's true, the saying, mind over matter. Like, your mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
It can either continue to dig you in a deeper hole, or it can be something that elevates you to be able to help for the greater good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the zombies that we were talking about, right, you are a zombie if you're sitting in front of a TV just moping about the fact that the world is a terrible place,
yes.
right? That, oh my God, look at this president, oh my God, look at this riot that happened, oh my gosh. If you want to be aware of the fact that you have the ability to change those things.
Ask yourself, what can you do to help?
Yeah.
I mean, and, whatever your side may be.
Yeah.
But ask yourself, what can you do to help?
Exactly. And I love that you said, it doesn't matter, like, what side you're on, because no matter what side you're on, you know that there's bad. Yeah. Right? You know that there are troubles, and there's fear out there, there's violence out there. So it doesn't matter where you stand, you know that it's an issue in any perspective. Mm-hmm. Everyone is fearful. Everyone is scared. Everyone wants love. Everyone needs love. And if you know these things, then it's your responsibility to not sit around and complain about it and then go call your friend and complain some more about it and then go hang out with your coworkers and complain some more about it. You are not adding value to your life and to this universe or to the world or to the country that you live in. You are just adding more stress, more chaos, more distractions. You are being a zombie by following exactly what everyone else is doing. Yeah. You have the power to make the world a better place, because if I'm sharing love with Ronnie and Ronnie's sharing love with the next person she comes across, and then I'm sharing love with another person, then what's happening? They're going to want to share more to other people, right? Yeah. We're human. We make mistakes and we get angry. I mean, I still react, and people tell me, like, oh, how do you wake up just so bubbly? And I'm like, no. I'm definitely not.
It's a conscious effort.
It is. It's practice. It's hard work. It is hard work to be able to think positively and kindly. But the reaction that you get, the result of it, the progress, what you feel within you when someone says, man, I was having such a bad day, and your smile brightened it. That's love. That's all it takes. Yeah. That's it.
It's easier to go down that rabbit hole of negativity. Mm-hmm. It's the easy way out. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot harder to be that positive person. It takes hard work. Yeah. And I think that's why there's a lack of it. Yeah. Is because there's just such a a laziness in the world now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because it's just easier to be negative.
Yeah, because everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, duh, it's easy to be a zombie, right? Like, it's easy to just, like, mope around and, like, but you don't get fulfillment.
No.
You don't get happiness that way.
You don't get that inner peace or joy.
No.
By being a negative Nancy.
Nothing good comes easy.
Yeah.
Nothing. I love negative Nancy. I always say that. I love that. Yeah, you don't gain anything. You don't grow. I mean, it's like watering a plant with like freaking
Gatorade.
beer.
Oh.
Exactly.
I was thinking of the movie Idiocracy.
I've never seen it.
Oh my god. You need to see it.
Good?
It basically, that's what happens. Like, it's like the future, and everyone goes to like a giant Costco for everything.
Oh my god.
And they're watering the plants with like, I forgot what it's called in the movie, but it's basically some kind of electrolyte drink. And nothing's growing.
Of course.
Yeah.
How could it?
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
Oh my god, you have to watch it.
I have to see it.
It's so...
Nothing.
It's funny, and yet it's ironic because it's literally where we're going. Yeah.
Right?
It's the world we live in now.
It's sad. It's sad. And it's only going to get
worse before it gets better.
Yes. And not because of them. Don't use the world and its circumstances as excuses.
Yes.
Because you have the power to change it.
Yeah.
That's why you hear stories about Martin Luther King, about Gandhi, about all of these incredible leaders, because they led by example, right?
Yes.
They moved and then they created movements. You have the power to do that.
Yeah.
They were special not because they were better than you. They were special because they acted upon it.
Yes.
They wanted change just as much as anyone else did in their time. But they were the only ones willing to actually act on it and lead by example. They didn't wait around saying, you know what, I want freedom.
Mm-hmm.
God, give me some freedom. Like, I hope that there's freedom. God, you know, they're not letting me read, so I can't read, or they're not letting me have education, so I can't do it, or I can't speak, I can't voice. No, they made a conscious effort to be positive. They made a conscious effort to make the difference, to make the change that they wanted to see in the world. And they did.
And they all spoke about love.
Yeah. It's universal.
It's universal. Yeah.
Oh, no matter what they're struggling with.
What Martin Luther King was the one that said, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can.
Yes. And it's true. Like, I mean, why do you think that they still talk about the dude?
Yes.
I mean, like, he made...
You're so California now. You just said dude.
I said it! MIA to the Bay. Oh my gosh. It's true. You know, I have studied, just like you have, leaders and successful people and people that have made such an impact, you know, from Oprah to Rosa Parks to Martin Luther King to Gandhi. I mean, like, there's not, all of them talk about love.
Yes.
Talk about the importance of loving one another. And all of them did what they did because of love in the first place. Because they knew that there was a lack of love. Because they knew that they wanted it just as bad as everyone else did.
Yeah. And
they were willing to risk their lives and their, what's the word I was looking for?
Well, they changed themselves first.
Yeah.
That's how you learn and grow and move forward in wanting to do these things.
Exactly.
Is starting from within. Like, we would have never started these videos had we not began our journey to change ourselves.
Exactly.
Once we got to a point where we're like, oh my god, we have to share this with everyone.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know who's going to see this. We don't know who's going to accept it and who's not. But regardless, we're now putting ourselves in a place where we want to help you.
Exactly.
If you want to begin a journey of self-love and transformation and how you can help the world around you by starting with yourself, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. And even if it's 2 people that watch it, like, it's 2 more people that increase their awareness and their consciousness and know the reality of what's going on and how they can make an impact and change it. Because it is not rocket science, it is just love science. And I think that...
Oh, I love that. I think that's how we should end this.
Love science.
It's a love science.
It's a love science.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple. And it really doesn't take much of an effort. It
No.
just takes the genuine love that you want to receive. That's what you should give to one another by simple gestures.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you want to call it love science, go out there and do your own research.
yes.
Go out there and start with one person and genuinely ask them how their day is going.
Yep.
Genuinely compliment someone.
Yep.
And pay attention to how you feel when they
Absolutely.
respond.
Yep. And the true test is how you react and respond to a person that doesn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. Because
Yeah.
you will have people that will walk in your life and treat you in a way that you don't deserve to be treated.
Yeah.
And if you treat them the same way, then you are continuing that negative pattern. Don't stop your love and your unconditional love just because of what someone does to you and just because of what someone says to you or treats you.
Yeah.
You should never stop.
And yeah, as far as research goes, you always compare. So the other thing to be comparing to is pick a day where you don't compliment anyone and don't acknowledge anyone and see
Exactly.
how you feel that day. Like,
Yeah.
see if you're judging, see if you're just holed up and,
Yes.
hunched over and not, pay attention to your feelings because you
Absolutely.
have to connect with yourself
Yep.
in order to be able to make these changes and transform.
Exactly. And
That's it for today.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye. See you
We
next
love you.
week.